Her new album is called Good Day, and the song you just heard is called Follow Me. How are you doing today, Danielia?
Doing good, doing good.
So, how do you go from nowhere to somewhere?
Well, the whole thing is that, it's sort of like being in the darkness where you just like there's a loss of hope. And I'm saying, like, I've been nowhere and you want to be somewhere. So follow me. And it could be, there's so many interpretations for it. But for me, when I wrote it, it was more like we were in the midst of the COVID epidemic. I mean, everybody was just going down. And I managed to keep myself above water by just having like therapy sessions via Zoom and just keeping myself in a good place. And then my music, which allows me to sort of recycle pain and all that kind of yucky stuff into something good and art that I can put out there. So it's sort of like nowhere is just a place where you begin to like sleep all day or you just go into that dark hole, and somewhere is has infinite possibilities. It can be anything. It can be, you can go anywhere you want to go, anywhere you believe you can go. That's it.
There has been a lot of dark stuff lately. We ha- we have COVID. We have the whole white nationalist movement that has taken over a major political party, and now we have possibly the start of World War III.
I
But
know, I know.
you are in your album someone who is relentlessly upbeat.
Well, a lot of music that came out of that was like dark. I don't know. I was trying to keep up. I mean, we lost my other half's mother. I mean, there was just so much coming at us. His diagnosis of mantle cell, which is stage 4 and incurable, came. Like, we could either go here or we could go here. And he's steady working, still saving lives, trying to get these boys you know, out of jail, and another shot at life that just happened to do the wrong, take the wrong turn. And I'm trying to make me like, we're still trying to, I don't know. I live with somebody who's really got, he's always looking forward. And I don't know, that it rubs off. And I have a 3-year-old who's like, da, 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 da. She doesn't even, COVID, like, didn't even, she was just like, oh, I get to wear this cool, Superman mask. And like, she has no idea really at all. And so with that around, you kind of, it's just, you have to. And I don't know, the world doesn't want to be fed, darkness right now. I think we need to be fed good things to keep us in a good place. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Well, you called the album Good Day, probably a wish for what we all could use. The next song I want to talk about is Forgive Me,
Okay.
which um, you you are a cancer survivor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in the song, you sing about not wanting to meet your maker with all these loose ends.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how does facing your own mortality change your perspective on old grievances?
Um, I think I was lucky. Like, when they said the C word, I like, literally, your heart's like, don't. But I had my scar. They were like, we can take it all out, even though I had like what's called Hashimoto's, which is pretty aggressive. I didn't even have to do radiation, but I was like, I got lucky and I got that crisis averted. And I don't know, I ran a marathon, which I'm doing again, which will be my 6th one, which I will run when I am 55. So it's, I don't know, if you allow yourself to sort of be sucked up by the holes of, I don't know, depression, or sort of even what we're facing now. It's like turning on the TV, you're right, and you're crying because you're watching Ukrainian kids in a basement trying to sing the national anthem to not feel like that they're in a basement. Or the threat that Putin's crazy and we could have a nuclear, bomb, come our way. I think that's a road you can take. Or it's my grandmother, who's 101, who's like every day, Like she told me once she was on an airplane. This is crazy. And she was sitting next to two women. She said they was drinking the whole flight and they hit turbulence where they literally went like this. And she said when it turned and everything was flying, people were like, ah, ah, ah. And my grandmother was calm and she was like, if that was the day Lord gonna take me, he was gonna take me. I was good. I said, oh, this is how I'm gonna go. She's just like kind of, she's deep because she's all there at 101, but she's just like, every day he give me is a good day. Like that's how she looks at it. And she's still here. And it's like she does the most with her day. She's still knitting little things for everybody. I mean, it's just like follow me. Your approach to things is everything. But meeting when I get there, I'd like to have not a lot of in my bag. It's just like they say, like, you want baggage. I hope I only have an overnight bag full of things that I didn't deal with. And I don't know, that people forgive me, that I make amends with certain people. That matters. That's for me. I like to put my head on the pillow and have some sort of peace of mind, peace of soul. That's a nice thing to have.
Forgiveness.
Yes. And we don't all do it well. Let me tell you something. Church going people sometimes are the worst. But you have to. It's not easy, but God says when you forgive, you have to put it as far as the east is from the west. Like you're supposed to forget it. You're not supposed to be like, make a note. Yeah, I forgave you, but I remember what you did. People like that. You have to really forget it. That's what it is to truly forgive. Like, oh, did you hit me in the nose? Oh no, I forgot. Like that's what it is. So
You think you could forgive anything?
you can forgive anything. Anybody can if you want to. Like I don't personally to not forgive a human being, then you hold on to that negativity. You hold on to that anger, you hold on to that whatever that is, that starts to like infect you. And I personally am not trying to carry that around. You know,
Well, let's hear Forgive Me, and we will be right back.